Welcome to Friday Movie Night, where I give you a glimpse of what movies are coming out this weekend. I have 5 movies to talk about, so hey, let's get started. Our first movie is called Quartet, which is about retired people that are in a retirement home. But the interesting part is that they are opera singers, and every year they celebrate a very famous opera singer or writer's birthday every year. But when, of course, Maggie Smith's character, she comes there, it causes tension, which causes so much old rivalries to be reawakened. Now, what I really think of this film? Honestly, I don't see myself going to this. Because, A, it's kind of stupid for me to see it. I mean, I have no offense against this stuff. It's just that I have a feeling that I'd fall asleep throughout the film. But luckily, when they start singing those opera songs, it'd be my personal alarm clock. I know. Have you ever tried to make yourself an imaginary mother? I know sometimes I have tried. I mean, who hasn't? Unfortunately, can't. Well, in the movie Mama, we get to see what it's kind of like in a very twisted way. And I don't mean like all the different stuff. It's just that it's another one of those horror films. Now, this film, it stars recently Academy Award nominee Jessica Chastain. And honestly, from what I look at it, dear God, what made them make this thing? I mean, these 2 kids are in the woods and they're brought back to civilization, but spirit just follows them, and we all know exactly. There's been so much that kind of stuff. I mean, how many flippin' movies have we seen that had the whole theme of saying, oh, there's a spirit that's angry about something? How many have we seen? With the release of Les Miserables last month, now Russell Crowe stars in a new movie this month called Broken City, which also stars Mark Wahlberg and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Now the story is Russell Crowe, he plays the mayor of New York, and he thinks his wife is cheating on him, so he hires an ex-cop to find out the truth. The ex-cop, Mark Wahlberg. The wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones. But what the cop finds out can change everything. Plot twisters, seriously. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I mean, if they're good, you're like, that was a good film. If they're terrible, you're like, I can't believe I just spent like $12 on a ticket that sucked. I'm not trying to say, of course, that the movie's gonna suck. It's just that, like, this plot twister, you ask yourself, what is it? And that's, of course, what movie people want to go see. Which, chances are for myself, I'll probably see it maybe when it comes on DVD. Not when in theaters, though. With the last Twilight finally released in theaters, we don't have to hear anymore about Twilight. We only have to hear about the actors now. Well, now, this month, Kristen Stewart is in a new movie called On the Road. Now, this movie it's based back in 1947. And it's based off of a book as well. In the story, of course, a young writer, he meets up with this free-spirited guy and his girl, and they go on this, like, adventure and everything. That's kind of a little different, but at the same time, seriously? An adventure. I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, is there going to be explosions? I know exactly not. I mean, it'd be completely stupid to ruin the book by just throwing in random explosions. But it's kind of interesting about this film because it's like a story about life changing. Like life can change for yourself. So like, this is another movie for myself to say I probably will see it maybe when it comes on DVD. I mean, I don't want to waste $12 on a movie that might be terrible because I'm about 90% like okay with this film. The last 10% is of course with this whole new debut for Kristen Stewart, but chances are they might be terrible. Both of them might be really terrible. There's people, of course, have different opinions about it, but they have their opinions, I have mine. Finally, the most anticipated film of this week, and honestly, it's probably one of the biggest this month. Now, this man, the actor who portrayed, he has always said this one quote in every single Terminator film. I'll be back. Well, he has kept to his word. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back into major film roles. That's big. I mean, after he went to being a governor of California, I was like, great. What are they gonna do now? I mean, they can't get Schwarzenegger. He's gonna be like, I'm too busy. I'm doing all this politics stuff. I know, bad impression of him, but hey, it doesn't matter much. Now, apparently this film is about, of course, where Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a sheriff of a small town, and the FBI, they call this small town because these criminals, or fugitives, they're trying to, like, escape the border and everything. But somehow, the FBI cannot stop them, because they're, like, speeding cars and everything. Okay, realistically, wow, this movie doesn't feel like at all. I mean, I thought the FBI would be, of course, like, high-tech and everything to be able to do things. But this film is just going to say, FBI can't do it. A small town will. But I'm not judging about that. It looks good beyond belief. I may or may not. Like, chances are I may see it when it's less money to see or not. I don't know for myself. But I'm really excited about this because Arnold Schwarzenegger is a very good actor, and it's been a long time since he's been in a major role. The last major role he was in was back in 2003, which was Terminator Rise of the Machines. That was 10 flipping years ago. I was 9 back then. And even though he has been a part of the Expendables 1 and 2, he's only been in minor roles then. Now, it's his major roles, and honestly, it's going to be awesome. Hopefully. So that's it for this week. So, my question to you guys is, which movie you think is going to be the most profitable film? The one that's going to make the most money out of this week? Leave a comment below to answer the question. Subscribe to my channel for future Friday Night Movies. I'm Taylor Chisholm, and this is Friday Movie Night.